You ever wonder when you see those drivers, in movies, the ones who are experts, how those guys really got into those line of work? Because most of them, they're in a car, they're an expert, they know exactly what they're doing. But you never really get a realistic idea of you know, how they could really do that. Like it's always like I'm gonna punch it and go vroom, and they just go so fast, and that's all they do. And they're usually just the good-looking guy who can drive. But now along comes this movie called, ironically, but not really, called Drive. And the setup for this movie is this kind of mysterious guy. He they don't give him that much backstory. He moves to LA. He's a very shady guy, and he's a stuntman. But on the side, to make a little extra green, he likes to, do some driving jobs. Something that you could see in, like, if you've seen Faster, which is a great movie with The Rock, and I guarantee that you will love it if you like this movie. And Transporter, like in the vein of that, like dudes who drive for a living. And so, as this movie goes along, Ryan Gosling's character of the driver, who has no name apparently, and only, like, after watching the movie, I seriously was like, wait, what was his name? And I looked up on IMDb, and it was like, credits, driver. I was like, whoa, so he's like one of those deep badasses. But, so yeah, he's the quiet type, strictly business. He's like, I'm gonna give you 5 minutes, not a minute out, not a minute in. So you gotta be, well, minute in would be okay, but yeah, he's like 5 minutes. He's all about the business, and it's kind of hard to critique his performance in this movie because he's so subtle and he doesn't talk that much, but like there's one point where you can, like, the whole movie, the keys are in the ignition, and there's one line that comes up where you're like, okay, they just like punched it, they turned the ignition and kicked in the nitrous, because you're like, whoa, did he really just say that? Like, he seems like such, like just a generic guy, and then, like, I don't know, because he's so mysterious, it makes it seem awesome. It's that classic thing. I want to get out of the way really quickly. The complaints I have: the music is really, really good. Like, I love the beats, but the lyrics, and I thought about this for about 5 minutes, not that long really, but the lyrics, the only word that really came to my mind was that they're just simply that sometimes in the songs the lyrics are dumb. Like, for example, this doesn't happen in the movie. Say we had a character who is, making breakfast in the morning, and there was a beat behind him. He'd be like, he's cooking eggs. He has some toast and he's gonna put some jam on it. Like, just, it's just being blatantly obvious. Like, he's driving a car and the song's like, he's driving the car. Like, that's not in the movie at all, that song, but there's something like that, and that happens a bunch, and it kind of nagged me like a little bit back there, but I brushed it off. And the pacing, it moves at a strange pace, because like there'll be times where it's like minute after minute after minute, and then it'll go, like, you'll see a scene and it'll be, I mean, all the scenes are good, but you'll see this great scene, and then like it'll go to a scene and they'll be like, yeah, that was a week ago. What? Who told me that? No one told me. But other than that, like, there's really nothing to complain about this, because this movie is awesome. Really good. My main man, Bryan Cranston. I've become, over the last couple of weeks, a huge fan of Breaking Bad, and Bryan Cranston, the main guy who plays Walt on Breaking Bad, shows up in this movie. He's friends and associates, we'll say. That's not trying to hide spoilers. He's an associate. He works with him. At this, at the car, at the repair shop that they work at, and they get each other jobs. And he's just showing his acting swag, we'll say. Like, he was just being like another great character. Like, it looked like, yeah, I'll do this. It's not a big deal. And he was just amazing. He's always awesome. I went into this knowing very little, and I recommend that you guys keep it that way, because this movie is not what you expect. Quick heads up, this is very, very violent. Like, violent where I was like shockingly awesome. But the thing that made it so brutal and so good was when there's some kind of violence like that, and something that hurts something like Sucker Punch is, this is just crazy shit happening for the sake of crazy shit happening. This is crazy shit happening because this happened, and then this happened. And you think about all that, and you're like, this crazy shit's gonna happen, and it makes it feel realistic. And that's what's this movie's, like, biggest thing is. Like, this is real. Like, all these things that you see, like, this character do of the driver, like, you could believe that, like, yeah, like, all the things that you need to think of, like police radio, like being super strict on your rules on time. Like, in Transporter, he was like, I only said 3 guys, or whatever, and he like they have to kill one. Like, that's pretty hardcore, but that's still dumb. This movie, like, he just sticks to his guns, okay? And I've said enough because I don't want to give anything away. The direction also, there were some shots in here where I was just like, damn, like, they're just instant classic moments. You're just like, it's so beautiful, it's so visually stimulating that, I don't know, it's, words can't even come to mind for the shots. You know that saying that a picture says is 1,000 words, like, a shot in this movie sometimes is 1,000,000,000 words. Like, this director did a great job. This is a really great movie. It's going to get some Oscar attention. Or if it doesn't, the Oscars are dumb. Sorry, I forgot. This was very good. And you, right there, you need to see it. I was thinking that this was really damn good, but this is really damn good, getting so close to amazing. Like, this is on Hesher quality, people. This is really good stuff. So, go check this out. Won't be disappointed. Hopefully I'll have something more recent next week, but maybe not. So keep watching, guys, and keep subscribing. Thanks for watching. Peace out.